So as you can see, we got about 10 inches of snow last couple days. Sunday night, it's now Tuesday. So here in Virginia, we're not used to snow. Nobody knows how to drive in snow. Nobody knows how to plow snow. And therefore, when it snows, we get off school for a long time. So it is Tuesday. I am bored. I have nothing to do. So we might as well hit up the RM85 engine, get cracking on this bike, and hopefully get it done. I'd like to have it done by spring, ideally. So y'all might be wondering why this engine looks so weird. It's kind of weird, inconsistent. Half of it's shiny, the other half is a dull metallic. Well, I have a confession to make. I kind of screwed up big time on this. So I had the idea a while back that if I just took a wire wheel to this engine, I could get it looking beautiful and uniformed and get a nice brushed aluminum look to it, and all of life's problems would fade away. That was not the case at all. These engines have some sort of coating on them. I'm not sure if it's an anodizing or a paint or a powder, I don't know what it is. But there's some sort of coating on this engine, and if you try to wire wheel it, you will get a very inconsistent finish. And that's what I found. I kept wire wheeling it. I was like, why is this looking weird? Because it's just metal, you know, it should look pretty, but it didn't work. So, lessons from Tom: never wire wheel a dirt bike engine. At least not one that's painted. Maybe like, well, no. Never wire wheel an engine, period. So basically we're gonna start with the 180, sand all the old finish off of this engine. Then move up to 320, sand it down, move up to 600, sand it down, move up to 1200, sand it down. And then I got some Autosol metal polish, as everybody recommends on Thumper Talk. I don't know why people love this stuff, but it's just I guess a really high quality metal polish. It's got some sort of built-in protectant, so your finish will not corrode or anything over time, supposedly. So yeah, we're just gonna be sanding the crap out of this engine and hitting it with Autosol and Scotch Brite pad, I believe, to hopefully get a consistent finish on this thing, because right now it looks awful. Alrighty guys, so after hours of sanding and polishing, I finally got this engine looking pretty darn good actually. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It looks cool. Not worth all the work, I would say, but it does look cool nonetheless. It almost doesn't even, I know it shines a lot more on camera than it does in real life, but it almost doesn't look like the finish was ever taken off, because this is the side with the finish on it, this is the side without. So you can't even tell. So I just left the finish on this side. I didn't sand this side or anything. I just did a little bit of polishing with the stuff Autosol. The people on Thumper Talk were right. This stuff is legit and it works wonderfully. It's just kind of hard to find. You can find it on eBay, but usually it's like shipped in from China or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep polishing over here, get it a little bit nicer, get some of that grime out. And I also got working on the ignition cover, taking the paint off that. I was just going at it with 180 grit, wet sanding it. That seemed to do really well. I just ran out of sandpaper. So I'm just gonna have to buy some more sandpaper, keep sanding that, and I think I can just leave it, if you can see this spot right up here, that silver color, I'm pretty sure is the original color of that plastic piece. So I think I'm just gonna leave it that silver color, and the Suzuki letters can just be black, because there's no good way to like sand in there, and that black isn't coming off. So next thing I wanted to do is actually go ahead and dive into the top end. I know I previously said I wasn't going to do it because the top end was good enough, but the more I research and the more I read around and learn about these things, the more I realize it's probably a good idea just to throw a top end in just for the heck of it. In the service manual, you're supposed to replace the top end, I think it said every 18 hours, which is kind of ridiculous, but I mean, these things are wound out all the time. They're 85s, they're meant to be pinned all the time. But yeah, you're supposed to replace the top end every 18 hours. I think I said replace the ring something crazy like every 4 hours, which nobody does that. But anyway, managed to score this puppy on eBay. It's a Vertex, brand new piston, standard bore size and everything. Got it for 45 bucks, so you really can't go wrong. Vertex, these are like some of the best pistons out there. I don't know if OEM is technically better or not, but Vertex is about as good as they come. So I figured for 45 bucks, which is less than like a Pro X is like the cheapest piston you can get. Those are, I think those were 65 or something. So getting this Vertex is a good score. If I didn't find this one, I probably wouldn't have done the top end because it doesn't quite need it yet, but these things are tiny. I never realized how small an 85 piston is, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pull the top end. I already checked it, everything's in spec. The cylinder bore itself is in good shape. I checked the ring end gap and it's perfect. It's way on the low side of the accepted range, so we're just gonna go ahead and pull the top end and throw this piston in there. Alrighty, that is going to be it for today, guys. Engine is done, looking beautiful. I don't know why, but I love the way the fresh gaskets look against the nice gray surface. But yeah, engine's all done. Next step is going to be throwing this thing back in the bike. So just going to be cleaning everything up here. And yeah, that's a wrap for today. So I'll see you all on the next episode.